There is a saying, if you marry a Filipina, you marry her family. This is true in many ways, and in this episode, I will share a story with you that will make you regret or reconsider marrying someone in the Philippines. Subscribe to the channel. Click the thumbs up button so we can please the YouTube overlords. Here is the story. How can I get my nieces and nephews to go away? So, I have been in the Philippines for about 9 months now with my wife and my sister-in-law, who is well below the poverty level. She has been sending our nieces and nephews over every day. I have no problem feeding them or clothing them for school. My wife and I have no children, so I look forward to their visits. But we can't get them to go home. They've been here for about 7 months now and refuse to go to school, stay up all night, and constantly piss my wife off, and it's gotten to the point it's ruining my peace that I came here to get. So I told my sister-in-law that she needs to come get them and send them to school at the very least. She immediately got offensive and told me if my wife and I try to kick out her children, she will go to the local barangay and make out papers against us, and that as a foreigner, the last thing I need is trouble in the Philippines, because locals will always side with the Filipinos over a foreigner. But my thing is, we are not their legal guardians. Surely would get in more trouble by keeping them here and not sending them back to their mothers. They have only been to school about 10 days since the school year has started back, and it's like the school don't give a crap either. I've also recently found out that we can't scold them or talk down to them because that's considered child abuse and could get my wife and I or both of us locked up. So we just let them live here like squatters, doing whatever the hell they want. Do I have any options? For context, my niece is 14 and my nephew is 15 years old. This is the story of a sad and pathetic expat in the Philippines. Where is your manhood? Where are your balls? Kick these kids, not even really kids, teenagers out on the street, lock your doors, and that's that. People like this boil my blood. Where is your courage? Where is your spine? How can you allow someone that you and your wife both don't want the kids to be there do this to you? Who is she to ruin your life? How is this even a problem? That pathetic woman should be thankful to you for clothing, feeding, and housing her children. She should be thankful since she has nothing else to offer and you are taking care of her mistake of having kids. Where is her husband? What a pathetic situation and what a pathetic man. Do not be like this person. Senju says, my advice is to go do what your sister-in-law threatened you with. Go to your local barangay office and speak with an official, or better, with the captain himself. Just have an honest conversation with him and ask for advice. Recommend your wife is there and let her do the talking. Absolutely. Put this on record. Videotape it. Record it. Save the audio. Go and make this official. Let everyone know what is happening. Make the first move and do not allow this person to control your life. The original expat that posted this story says, we paused Starlink internet on their devices and Lola, the grandma, came and threw a fit, demanded my wife turn the Wi-Fi back on. Wife came and gave Lola what she wanted. To be honest, I'm just about ready to head back to the US and be done with everyone. Then do it. What is holding you back? Like you said, you have no children. Your wife should be supporting you. You should not have to be forced to take care of the entire family without having any peace of mind. This is a horrendous story, and I am always against people being taken advantage of. Thus the reason for this channel. It has nothing to do with hate towards the Philippines or its people. I want you, the Americans, to be well informed, to know all the situation, the culture, and every single possibility that you might face when coming to this country, that it's not always just rainbows, sunshines, and butterflies. Basson says, sounds like the wife is very much in on it. Marry a scammer wife and deal with a scammer wife family. Good wives here will never let dirtbag family members come and disturb their peace. Unless, of course, his wife is full of shit and complicit in this scam. Paying $2,500 a week for the kids to misbehave, never mind meals and clothes, the kids are getting paid better than 50% of the populace. Jesus Christ, the fact that the wife doesn't see an issue with that is the biggest red flag of all. Yes, perfectly said. Apparently, this man is paying the kids $2,500 a week just to get them to be happy. This is my theory. My theory is that the wife is in on it, definitely. And furthermore, I believe that the niece and the nephew are actually the wife's children from a previous marriage or relationship. That is why she does not care. That is why she might just pretend that she's on your side and act like she has no choice. Definitely, I would have to bet my house and the farm on that theory. I think this is very, very common in the Philippines, where people pretend that they have nephews and nieces when in reality it is actually their own children from previous marriage or relationship. Competitive Region 74 says, these people survived for a long time before you came along with your money. Go to the barangay office with some snacks and coffee, sit down with the barangay captain and explain your situation. Get the captain to register a report in their office. Get a copy too, for your records. This is a good idea, as much as I would say never to be taken advantage of, but in the Philippines, it makes sense to be on the right side of any situation. It always helps to go in there with a box of donuts or a case of beer and say hello to the barangay officials. Let them know that you are a resident and let them know your situation in hopes of making friends with them. At some point, this will pay off in the future. But this is also very tricky because you do not want the barangay to try to blackmail you or extort you for money in the future. Do not mention money at all when you're in this situation. Just let them know that you are struggling and cannot feed the kids and you want this to be on the record, would be my suggestion. 5 out of 7 perfect says that's the Filipino mentality in action. Sister-in-law is 100% taking advantage of you. The problem is that you're too scared to raise any attention to yourself by holding your sister-in-law accountable for her children. Man up. Do what needs to be done. If anything, it is the sister-in-law who is neglecting her children, not being responsible for them. Pink Sora suggests move away from her family. She needs to cut off from her mother and siblings. They are totally abusing you both. Your wife needs to have a backbone to leave her toxic and opportunist family. They do not think anything of you, but rather their ticket out of poverty, a walking ATM that lives in a house. They will not stop until they run you bankrupt. That's how Filipino families are from impoverished homes. They feel entitled to what you have. And the behavior of her sister and her nieces and nephews are totally disgusting. Screams that you guys will have to feed them for good, so they do not see the value of studying since they think you as a bank and you are not even allowed to discipline their bullshit behavior. Yesterday's best comment is from Dusty Inc. with a $15 donation to support the fact and the truth about this channel. If you would like to also support the channel, consider using the Super Thanks, Super Stickers, or subscribe to the channel. We need everyone to find out the truth. This money will go a long way. Thanks, friend. Of course, any Super Thanks or Super Stickers will automatically be the best comment. Here is the next best comment that is not a super thanks from Coco Von Knockout. Taxes, skin tax, rental deposits, all types of scamming. It's going to happen here. And even if you get into a relationship with a girl who truly loves you and has your back in the beginning, if things go awry, you have a huge chance of her trying to get over, believe it. The worst comment is from Conrad Isaac. Are you for real? Come on, wake up. In which country don't you get scammed? The Philippines is just like any other country. Get real, please. Compile unique and meaningful content about the country that's hosting you. This country is not hosting me. I am paying to be here. That is what the visa fees are for. Also, it is very clear that you've never traveled at all, at least not extensively. You would be surprised how hospitable other cultures are. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Click thumbs up button. God bless.